But they have it since I was a little kid.
Muscatine City Council will come to order. Fran, would you perform a roll call, please?
Councilmembers Raywald.
Here.
Fitzgerald.
Present.
Natfig.
Present.
Shahade.
Present.
Bynum.
Present.
Phillips.
Present.
Spread.
Present.
No one absent, Your Honor.
Very good. Thank you, Fran. Folks, would you rise and join council and I in the Pledge of Allegiance?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you and welcome this evening, folks. Item number 4 on tonight's agenda, communications from citizens. If there's anyone, council chambers, that has an issue they'd like to discuss with council that is not included on tonight's agenda, now would be the time. Please tell us your name and address.
Ann Bond, 2805 Termini Drive, and I'm not here to complain. Just thought I'd get that up. We want to thank you, Jasmine and Doug Stewart and myself, for proclaiming April is National Donate Life Month. Doug has had 2 liver transplants. I donated a kidney to my daughter, and since then she's received another kidney from her cousin. So we just wanted to thank everyone. And we're also going to pass out some donor cards if you have not signed up to be a donor. And we have also some Donate Life bracelets
Thank you.
and Donate Life pins for you.
Thank you, sir.
So we just want to say thank you for proclaiming it, and
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
that is all we have to say.
Annie, isn't there a athletic event coming up this
Yes,
summer?
there is, and you were the MC one year, I believe, Mayor. We are having a golf outing for organ and tissue donation awareness, May 31st, Geneva Golf and Country Club. So if you don't golf, we do let you come and eat also. So if you don't want to golf, you can come for dinner.
It's known as the Iowa Transplant Open.
Open, correct.
Gary Dolphin again this year?
Gary Dolphin will be our MC, and he will be golfing. So if that's an incentive, come on down. Let me know. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Ann. Thanks. Anyone else in council chambers have an item they'd like to discuss with council that's not on tonight's agenda? Very good. Item 5, consent agenda. Following items are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda, which includes items 6A through B, items 8A through C, item 9A and B, filing of communications 12A through D, and tonight's bills totaling $6,379,565.09.
Move its approval.
Annette?
Second.
Second, Tom. Any discussion, council? We paid a lot of bills, haven't we?
We paid more.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Dropping down to item 7, public hearing. This public hearing concerns the proposed submission of an application to the Iowa Department of Transportation for state and federal transit funds for fiscal year 2014 and 2015. Each year, the city is required to submit a request to the state of Iowa for federal and state assistance to support the city's Muscabus operation. As a part of the city's application, it is anticipated the city would receive $361,294 in federal assistance, $191,657 in state assistance, and $158,800 in statewide federal capital assistance for the replacement of 2 buses. Prior to any formal action by council, a public hearing is required. Now is the time for the public to comment. Is there anyone in the audience who would care to speak?
Move to close.
Motion to close by
Second.
Osama, a second by Scott. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item B, This public hearing concerns the proposed West Cellular Tower lease extension at Greenwood Cemetery. The tenant who is renting the West Tower, Towerco 2013 LLC, is interested in extending the lease time period to 2043. The city would continue to receive 10% increases for each renewal period. With the amended lease, the city will receive 25% of the gross lease payments from all additional tower renters. Prior to any formal action by city council, a public hearing is required. Now is the time for the public to comment. Is there anyone in the audience who would care to speak to this issue?
Yes, I would.
Need your name and address, ma'am.
My name is Linda Newcomb. I wrote a letter to the editor recently about this. In case you missed it, I will read the letter again. Today, in the March 12th issue of the Muscatine Journal on page 7B, appeared a notice of public hearing regarding the placement of a communications tower in Greenwood Cemetery. The public is invited to attend a city council meeting at 7 p.m. March 20th, 2014. I personally will be present. I hope that others who have loved ones buried in Greenwood will also be present to protest this request. The final resting place of our loved ones is a sacred place. It is a place of solitude, remembrance, and everlasting love. It should not be disrespected in any way and should never be used for any purpose other than for our loved ones. When my loved ones were buried there, they were buried with love, respect, and the knowledge that they and their memories would always be cherished. When their monuments were placed, it was to identify for eternity their final place of rest. When I go there to lay flowers in their memories or just to visit, it is with the knowledge that nothing else will usurp or disrupt the beauty of that moment. When future generations go there, it is to learn about and respect those who have lent to their future and even to their very genetic makeup. No one would ever ask that a communications tower be placed at the Tomb of the Unknown or on the grounds of any of our national monuments. So why are we even considering placing one in any of our county cemeteries? I feel that the city should not only vote this request down, but adopt an ordinance stating that no cemetery in the county should be used for any purpose other than laying to rest our loved ones in perpetuity. I did find out afterwards that this is for the renewal of a tower that's
If I
already
might,
there.
ma'am, there are two towers located in Greenwood Cemetery that have been there since somewhere around 1998.
And I assure you, had I known that, I'd have been here to protest then as
There is
well.
no intention on anyone's part to build a third tower.
That's good. I don't think any tower should be there at all.
The issue before council tonight is simply to renew the lease of the
That's correct.
communication tools that are on one of the towers.
That's correct. I feel that it should not be renewed. The towers should be moved. All the towers should be moved. Our cemeteries are a place where we go to remember our loved ones. You even say the Pledge of Allegiance before your council meetings. Therefore, I do know that you understand what it is to respect the past and what it is to respect the future. To me, this is akin to running a road through a cemetery, which is not allowed. I don't feel that any towers, any signs, any billboards, anything should be allowed in our cemeteries. It should be held as a sacred and place of respect. Had I been here when those towers were first placed, I assure you I would have been protesting then as well. I do not think this should be renewed. I think it should be requested to be moved.
Well, your comments are so noted, ma'am, and appreciated very much. Thank you.
However, you'll probably ignore them.
Mayor, the only comment I would make on this is this is a long lease, and technology changes drastically, especially over that period of time, that I question whether the lease should be extended to 2043. I realize that was their request, but it just seems to me that that's quite an extension for a lease.
Anyone else, council? Anyone interested in modifying consideration as it's noted on tonight's agenda?
Mayor, could you tell us how long the lease was?
It says.
I don't,
Rich,
Rich?
were there other options presented?
Memo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the memo.
The
6
original
5-year
lease,
terms.
the original lease was 1998, was to expire in 2028. They've asked for an extension of 15 years to stay competitive in the cellular business. That's the only information I have from TowerCo, is 15 years they requested with the existing equipment, and they will attempt to sell additional spaces off of that tower. That's all the information they gave us. There was no interest in a 5 or a 10 or anything else presented to us.
But you said I can't get the document up. You said there's like 5 or 6 different leases?
Right, 5-year extensions. And we just ended
5-year term.
We just ended in September a 5-year extension where we received an additional 10% of the revenues. So they want to extend for 3 5-year extensions.
And each extension, according to the information, there was going to be an increase, a certain percentage?
10%.
10% for every renewal period?
Correct, off of the base which they give us, which it started at $500. I believe it's now at $676, something like that. We receive about $15,500 annually to the general fund off those 2 cell towers.
Rich, do you know, is there any clause or escape clause to break the lease if, on either party, if they go out of business or the council chooses not to extend it or something like that?
There are termination clauses, and that's why those are 5-year leases.
Okay. So it's in
I'd have to
5-year
look at the,
increments?
correct. I'd have to look at the verbiage to see what exactly the clause is, but there absolutely is terminators in there.
So we're really only extending to 2043 if they exercise all of the options.
Exactly.
Is there a possibility we could go ahead and postpone action on this until first meeting of next month? Or do they need it done now?
It's up to council what you'd like to do, obviously, but we've been
What is the
working.
specific date that the current lease expires?
Current lease expires 2028. Specific date would be about August, September of
Here we
2028.
have plenty of time to,
That would be the longest term. We've been working on this since last November, December, with them, trying to get the details and the verbiage down for an amendment to the lease arrangement. We can do what you want, obviously. They've asked for 3 5-year extensions. That's up to you what you want to do.
okay, is there a motion, council, to table this action item?
Well, we're only in the public hearing now, we're not even
Yeah,
in
we're
the
in
Oh,
the
agenda.
hearing,
you're right,
so-
you're right. My apologies.
But there's an out every 5 years for either side.
Yep, that's why there's 5 years, yep.
And at the end of and if the lease is terminated, who removes the tower?
There would be verbiage in that agreement that they would be responsible for moving that materials and equipment. Again, we can look at that agreement in detail if you'd like. This is a simple amendment that has been done in the past, as my understanding, with other cell towers. If you want to table it, we can do that. We'll drag it out longer and longer, though. I mean, it's a financial incentive for the city to extend this, for this tower company to stay lucrative with this tower. That's why we brought it to you.
We're only not tabling tonight.
Yeah,
This is the hearing.
this is just for a public hearing.
The question that I have, if the contract doesn't expire till 2028, why extend it now? What's the reasoning? They came to us, they want to extend it, and why is that, which we still have that many years to go?
They asked to extend it because they felt they were more competitive in the cell tower business if they went out longer years with any proprietors that wanted to sit on that tower with them. That was their motivation, because I asked the same question.
They're anticipating making some
Absolutely.
additional dollars.
How many renters are there on it now? Any idea? One?
They felt they would be more marketable as a tower company holder of that tower if it was a longer-term lease. Which makes sense. If they want a proprietor to land on there, they want a longer term. And who can predict? I mean, I agree. Who
Yeah.
can predict what's going to happen in 30 years? What I know now is they want to amend, and they're willing to pay to amend for that lease extension.
Okay.
Okay, again, this hearing will take place on Thursday, April 3rd, 7 PM. City Council chambers, is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
Huh? What do you have?
Am I on C?
We gotta close the,
We're just
It's a public hearing.
It's B
I'll move to close this hearing.
yeah.
Second.
Okay.
and B.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Now, just to make sure I'm in the right place, we're moving to item D, correct?
C.
11A.
11A,
Yeah.
Okay, I see where I made
city
my
administrator
mistake.
section.
Right. Okay, you're right, 11A authorizing, or a resolution authorizing the submission of an annual application for state and federal transit funding. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So move.
Bob?
Second?
Second, Jeanette. Discussion, council? A roll call beginning with Bob?
Aye.
Osama?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Phil?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Tom?
Aye.
And Jeanette?
Aye.
Carries 7-0. Item B is a resolution approving a West Cellular Tower lease extension at Greenwood Cemetery. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
I'd move to table this until the first meeting in April.
Table Phil. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Bob. We need a roll call vote for this or just a voice? Okay, beginning with Phil,
Aye.
Mike,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
Jeanette,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
and Osama.
Aye.
Motion is tabled.
How about Scott?
How about me?
What did I miss, Scott? Sorry.
Aye.
Wouldn't make any difference. It's
No.
6-1. Okay, item C, presented for city council's consideration is a resolution setting a public hearing on the City of Muscatine's capital improvement plan for fiscal years 2014 through 2018. The city council has reviewed drafts of the proposed CIP. Prior to the adoption of a final draft of the plan, a public hearing is required. This hearing will take place on Thursday, April 3rd, 2014 at 7 PM in the City Hall Council chambers. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
Tom, and a second?
Second, Your Honor.
Second, Phil. Any discussion? Is a roll call beginning with Tom
Aye.
and Jeanette,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Osama,
Aye.
Scott.
Aye.
Should I give you two this time? No, I'm just kidding. Phil.
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Item D, presented for city council's consideration is a resolution approving the joint use facilities agreement with the Muscatine School District. This agreement formalizes the handshake agreement the city and the school district have been using to share recreational facilities. A written agreement between the two entities is being proposed to assist the community in its effort to become certified Blue Zones Project community. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved.
Jeanette,
Second, Your Honor.
second Phil. Any discussion? This is a roll call beginning with Jeanette,
Aye.
Bob,
Aye.
Osama.
Aye.
Scott.
Aye.
Phil.
Aye.
Mike.
Aye.
And Tom.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. Item E, presented for city council's consideration is a request to approve change order number 1 for the Colorado Street Reconstruction Project. A 245-foot length of 8-inch water main along Park Avenue from Colorado Street to the south entrance of Come and Go is to be installed to replace an existing main with a history of failures. Installation is necessary at this time to avoid removal and replacement of the northbound right turn lane from Park Avenue to Colorado Street. Additional items include a 10-inch by 10-inch tapping sleeve and a valve and a 1.5-inch water service. The cost increase for these items total $12,100. However, all of the amount will be paid by Muscatine Power and Water. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
Ooh, I heard Phil over there and Bob for a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item F, presented for City Council's consideration is a request to authorize the 2014-2015 road salt purchase agreement between the City of Muscatine and the City of Davenport. Annually, the City of Davenport acts as a lead agency for the purchase of road rock salt for communities in the Quad City area. In order to move forward in purchasing the road rock salt, the City of Davenport is requesting that all members of the consortium secure the approval of their respective legislative bodies. The agreement stipulates that 50% of the order be paid between July 1st, 2014 and July 10th, 2014. Once the salt is delivered, the respective communities will be invoiced for the balance. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
Scott,
Second, Your Honor.
second Osama, any discussion?
I was just gonna ask staff, what is this, how much salt are we buying?
2 barge loads, 3,000 tons.
Is that what we typically purchase?
No, typically we go between a barge load and 2 barge loads. So last year, we got 2 barge loads, but took 1.5 because the county took the other half. But we've exhausted our salt supply. We're down to 400 tons or less right now. And so at budget time, if you recall, we just budgeted for 1 barge load, but that was early in February. And we have since we started out with 2,750 tons of salt, and we're down to 400 tons right now. So replenishing our inventory is necessary, and we do that with 2 barges.
So if for some reason we decided, or the state, feds, whoever decided that we weren't going to use cinders anymore next year, would we use more, change the mix, or would we still use 50% salt and then put 50% of sand in it?
Not necessarily. I mean, you have a couple of issues there. First of all, the sand freezes in the wintertime, and it's hard to get unless you have inside storage for it. And if you get more salt, you still have the same problem. Unless you store it inside, you run the risk of it getting ruined when it gets wet, and we don't have any additional inside storage for it.
So we're maxing out our storage space at this point. Okay. Thank you.
Anyone else, Council? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 7-0. Item 14, we're down to communications from council members, and we'll begin with Councilman Ray Waltz.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Bill?
Nothing at this time, Your Honor.
Scott?
I have nothing, thank you.
Osama?
I have nothing tonight, thank you, Your Honor.
Bob?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Jeanette?
Nothing tonight?
And Tom?
Nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Randy, anything you'd care to say?
I do have something, Your Honor. I want to remind everyone that on Tuesday and Wednesday next week, March 25th and 26th, there will be a meeting at the Muscatine High School in the Commons regarding the Cedar Street project. Notices were mailed out to everybody in the neighborhood, but if you can't make it on one night, certainly come to the next night. We're not breaking it up exclusively, and if for some reason you can't make it on either night, please call us. We're more than happy to visit with you, show us what we have. More and more information is coming out on the schedule, the paving schedule, how it's going to be done. I think this is information that people are going to want to know about, and so we encourage everyone to come to the meetings. The other thing is just to remind the public that next Monday on the 24th, Colorado Street, the construction actually will start up again. We'll be closing Colorado at Park Avenue. It'll be closed back just east of Plaza Drive by Colorado School. And also on the 31st, so a week and a half from tonight, we will start in on Cedar Street. That project begins, and we'll start at Parham. And so from Parham, I'm not sure how far back. I'll have to go to the meeting on the 25th and 26th. But back past Wood Creek, the Cedar Street will be closed also. So construction is about to gear up big time. Thank you, Mayor.
Very good, Randy, thank you. Fran?
I have nothing, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay. I only have a couple of comments. On Saturday, the 29th, a couple of days after Randy's get-together, we will host, for the first time in a year, my counterpart from Jinding in the People's Republic of China. He will be here for half a day. He will be around to answer questions and just to meet folks. I know I've invited council by email to attend this event, but I'm personally inviting everyone. He brings with him and we don't know exactly how many pieces, but it's photo art from his community but I believe it's over 100 pieces that will be on display at, in what we call, I believe it's called Gallery on Second, the old Marie Lindsay building. Mary Yang will be kind of stationed in the History and Industry building for the morning. We'll be doing breakfast at the Hampton Inn at 7 a.m., and you're welcome to come out and join us just for casual conversation. So that's all of my comments for tonight.
Good.
Is there a motion? One more thing, any other business? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Meeting is adjourned.